Hello, Woke Nation. It's another day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and always be glad in it. Yes, it's another day. We thank God for this opportunity ametupatia tuendelee share His word. So the last time we were looking at Enoch chapter 10 na ilikuwa response ya God after akina Angel Michael wamemwambia what is happening here on earth, and we saw that God's response inakuanga for eternity. When God responds, He does not respond to your situation at that time only. He responds to your situation from that time you've asked for help up to the end of time. So, and even beyond. So, that is the greatness of the God I serve. And the reason I actually am doing this is to show you, I just want to show you that Christianity is not all about religion, it's about a culture. So there are only two cultures in this world. There is either the godly culture or the worldly culture. So it's either ukue kwa culture ya God ama ukue kwa culture ya dunia. Those are the only two cultures that we have. All the rest are subgroups. Na hizo subgroups they don't matter as much as the two main groups matter. So you should be able to choose for yourself which faction you're on, because time is limited. As I always tell you, time is limited, and we only have this one chance to choose where we want to be finally in the day of judgment. So yeah, so tulikuwa tunaongelea chapter 10, and if there is any question that maybe you would like to ask about chapter 1 all the way to chapter 10 of the book of Enoch, feel free to ask, because now we'll be going to chapter 12, because in my book of Enoch, the one that I am using, it doesn't have a chapter 11. So the chapter 11 is not there. So we are going to go to chapter 12 so that you can continue to see what Enoch understood and what he saw and how he conveyed that message to us who are in this generation. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So let's begin. So chapter 12 reads, "Before all these things, Enoch was concealed, nor did any one of the sons of men know where he was concealed, where he had been, and what had happened. He was wholly engaged in the holy ones and the watchers in his days. I, Enoch, was blessing the great Lord and King of peace, and behold, the watchers called me Enoch the scribe." So watchers may fallen angels. "Then the Lord said to me, Enoch, scribe of righteousness, go tell the watchers of heaven, who have deserted the lofty sky and their holy everlasting station, who have been polluted with women, and have done as the sons of men do, by taking to themselves wives, and who have been greatly corrupted on the earth, that on earth they shall never obtain peace and remission of sin, for they shall not rejoice in their offsprings. They shall behold the slaughter of their beloved, shall lament for the destruction of their sons, and shall petition forever, but shall not obtain mercy and peace." So that is chapter 12. That's the whole of it. It's 7 verses. So as you can see, watchers, as in Enoch alikuwa mse anajua so much about the spirit realm, more than anyone else in his times, those days. So tumeambiwa, as in alikuwa so much involved with the watchers and the holy ones. So those are spiritual beings, and so Enoch in those times was so much into the spiritual realm that even the watchers could engage with him, and even the angels could also engage with him. That shows us something. It shows us that we can actually reach a point in the spiritual, where we can actually not only see but talk to spiritual things and stuff. So manzi, kumbukeni mimi nikiongea hizi stuff siongei vitu fictional. Manzi, these are things that happened. These are things that are actually happening up to these modern days. So it takes someone who is so much involved with the spiritual to know some of these things. Now, as we finish tukimalizia the book of Enoch, I'll be taking you to the book of Jasher. Ndio muone, as in Enoch was actually a king in those days. Na ndio maana hata venye alidisappear, it was something that had to be written in the Bible because he was a prominent person in the society in those times. So Enoch was called a scribe by the watchers. Yeye ndio alikuwa anaandika what God told the watchers. Yeye ndio alikuwa anaandika what God has prophesied or what God has predetermined for the earth. As in, he was given such a important role in humanity and in the progress of humanity. And so many people don't know that. Wanaonanga tu kale ka verse moja ka Bible, Enoch walked with God and he was no more. But Enoch played and is still playing a very important role in the course of humanity up to the time itaisha. So as you can see, alikuwa anaweza kuongea na God, kuongea na angels. He can speak to them, and God has sent him to them because remember ile time watchers walishukoku wakafanya kenye walifanya, they had no right, hawakuwa na any powers or any right to ever have that connection with God again. Unlike us, when you tulisever that connection with God, Christ alikuja akareconcile your connection between us and God. But for the angels, for the fallen angels, there is no one who can reconcile them from God, and we will see why, because God will explain why he cannot reconcile the watchers with the glory of God. So that one we'll be looking at it for chapter 13, but for now I just want you to see that we are privileged as humanity, as human beings, because unlike the fallen angels who sinned and have no redeemer, sisi tulisin, and God, out of his love and mercies, he gave us a redeemer, who is Christ Jesus. So that is the main difference between angels who sinned and human beings who sinned. Na hiyo yote, I want you to just put a pin on that, because that is the whole foundation of what I'm doing. I want to show you that this world has taught you that you are nothing, you are not important, you are not important without resources, you're not important without money, you're not important if you don't have papers. As in, this world has shown you that you are nothing compared to the universe that is around us. But the fact is, you are the only thing that is actually making this world to stand as it is standing. Wewe na mimi ndio, you are the reason God has not yet destroyed this earth. You are the reason the earth is still here. You're the reason he is holding his peace until a particular time. So the world has taught you to believe the opposite. you are as important as the next billionaire. You are as important as the person who owns 50,000 acres. Because you have been put to this world so that God can extend mercies to this world until a certain point. So, the punishment or the consequence of the fallen angels they shall forever petition. Petition, okay, mnajua hizo ni vitu za koti. So they will forever petition for God to forgive them, but they shall never obtain mercy. Never. As in, yao imewekwa, ishaandikwa na ishafungwa hiyo kitabu, hawataisamehewa. Wewe uko hapo, kuna mtu ashakuja kukureconcile na God, kukureconcile na the creator. Na amekuaccept venye uko. Ukue unavutanga bangi, ukue ni unakunywanga pombe, ukue ni ule muuaji mbaya kabisa, venye uko. Alikuwa anajua kuna huyu mwenye atakuwa mwizi, kuna huyu mwenye atakuwa rapist, but kwa hiyo yote ali make sure amecover for all that through his blood. So you can obtain mercy from God, but there is an angel somewhere who cannot obtain mercy from God. So I want you to get that idea in your head. Ndio sasa uone, when it comes to who is convincing who that we are not worth it. Kama mimi naweza samehewa na wewe hauwezi samehewa, ni nani atataka kudestroy maisha ya mwingine? Ni wewe mwenye hujasamehewa ndio utataka kudestroy maisha yangu yenye mimi nishaambiwa naweza samehewa. Basi jua udai hiyo, jua unajua kabisa hauwezi samehewa hata kuendeaje. You will make sure that you be a bad influence to me. Ndio hiyo siku ikifika na ushani influence in your ways, of course hiyo siku ya judgment siwezi kuwa innocent. Nitakuwa tu na wewe mwenye umenideceive. So that is what I want you to get in this session today. So remember, there is something somewhere that cannot be forgiven, and it is trying as much as it can in every way possible to make sure that it is able to influence you, so that when the last day comes of mercy, you will still not have realized that there is someone who can actually forgive you, who is a human being. So, tukienda chapter 13, we are getting deeper into this stuff. Now, I just want us to get involved. If you have any question, kama unasikia kuna mahali haujaelewa, uliza swali. Kwenye nitaweza kujibu nitajibu. Yenye siwezi kujibu nitakwambia tu roho safi siwezi jibu. But what I can answer, I will answer. So, always remember that you are very special, that your creator, instead of doing away with you, he loved you and showed mercy to you, so that when you ask for forgiveness, you can be forgiven. Sasa zile kuna mwingine alianza kuulizia forgiveness kutoka hiyo siku alirealize yenyewe alikosea, na hadi wa leo hawajaisamehewa, na hadi time iishe hawataisamehewa. So remember, those are the two factions in this world. You either are in the godly faction or you're in the worldly faction. Now the world is controlled by the devil. Whether you want to believe it or not, the world is controlled by the devil. The godly faction is mi nachezanga magame, so the godly faction nakwaga ile, it looks boring, but at the end uki level up mpaka mwisho, hii faction ya godly itakuwa genje sana, lakini hii faction ya worldly itakafiti mwanzo, but mwisho itakuwa genje. So always choose right. There are only two choices in this world. Ni kama kwa market, mi pia mi trade, so there are only two choices kwa market. It's either you buy or sell. Hakunanga ingine, hakunanga ati utakaa hapo katikati. It's either you buy or sell. The same way kwa hii dunia, it's either you're with God or you're in the world. You can't be in the middle. Hauwezi kuwa katikati. It can never happen. Kama uko katikati, the only way unaweza kuwa katikati is if you're on the world side, on the worldly side. Watu wenye wanataka kuwa lukewarm most of the time, not actually most of the time, all of the time, God spits them out. It is there in the Bible. When you're lukewarm, God will just spit you out. It's either you're hot or cold. It's either you buy or sell. It's either you are godly or you're with the world. So it's all up to you to choose. It's all up to me to choose. So that's the end of our session today. Let us meet another day when God wills it, for chapter 13. And as we go on. So thank you for all those who have been watching, for all those who have been paying attention. It is all for the glory and honor of God. I don't do this for anything else but for the glory and honor of God. God is the only one that we should be thinking of in this earth, in this world that we are living in. The world is ending. The world is coming to an end. This world will fade away. He has said it. He will accomplish it. That is God. So have a blessed week. May God be with you in all your endeavors. May He bless you in your going and your coming in.